Hey everyone, welcome back to
5 Minute Eats, and today we have got another item from Trader Joe's. This is some of their Indian fare. This is the Trader Joe's mini vegetable samosas. Vegetable filling and Indian spices wrapped in a crisp, flaky pastry. 8.5 ounces for $3.99, and there are 12 mini samosas in here. And if you are new here, we love samosas. I do believe we might have a whole samosa playlist.
Yeah.
And we've tried a bunch of them.
We have. I wish this thing came with chutney though.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
That's a missed opportunity.
It
not
is.
Including the chutney.
And what kind of vegetables is it? It says here potatoes, carrots, peas, lentils, onion, expeller, pressed canola oil, cilantro, salt, spices, garlic, citric acid, turmeric. And yeah, so I think it would have been great if we had the chutney,
Yeah.
but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're not going to have it with chutney because they didn't give us chutney. So.
Now, Trader Joe's, they love Indian food.
They do.
Now, let me ask you this though, because I wonder if people who are watching this, they like Indian food. Because have you seen on social media all these Indian street food videos? They're pretty freaking scary, right?
If you liked Indian food before, you don't anymore.
Yeah, you don't like it anymore because the Indian street foods are very funny. You know what the best part about those videos? The comment section, dude.
Oh, God.
The comment sections are funny because, like, you have, like, Westerners who are like, oh, my God, like, does India not believe in hygiene? And then you have Indians saying, no, that's not India. That's Bangladesh. And then Bangladesh is like, no, that's Sri Lanka. And Sri Lanka is like, no, that's Pakistan. And then Pakistan's like, no, that's India. And what like... people in the those people who say those kind of comments don't get is that it doesn't matter. Like to the West, everyone just looks at that as Indians, right?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter. They're like you guys aren't Pakistanis. You're Indians.
If you're a brown person with your foot in the food, you're an Indian.
Don't matter what country. Like, sorry, you're not an independent country. You're just part of India.
Yeah.
You know, first of all. And it's funny because these videos are scary, right?
They are.
Yeah.
Dude, the one with the one where it looks like he's cutting it with his toe, as you told me he's actually got a knife in there. It looks like he's cutting it with his toenail.
I love the video of the guy who's like frying the pastry or whatever, and he puts it in his armpit to flatten it, and then he fries it. Like, these videos are like crazy hilarious, you know?
Would you like to make a statement for your fellow countrymen on behalf of them?
I mean, look, there is no
Do
good...
you disown them?
There is no good defense. This is like crazy over there, right? And this is, I think, something that I love about Western society. We talk about our problems, right?
Yeah.
Openly. And the reason I like that is because that's how you make change with issues, you know? Unfortunately, I think the only way things are going to get better with Indian street food and food in general is by shaming, you know, publicly mocking like what goes on over there and stuff like that, because it's pretty bad, man, like what is going on. And I can't believe the government allows this, and the people there are not like in an uproar because it's giving. I think Indian food is like amazing.
Yeah.
Over the years, I've taken friends who've never had it to good, clean Indian restaurants, you know, and they are blown away. And these are people who love their meat and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, they do have meat in Indian food, right? But they're blown away even by the vegetarian food because they're used to like American vegetarian food, which is very boring, right? Then they try Indian food and they're in love. They're in love. And the thing about it is if you go to England, the British love Indian food. That is like their national dish, right? So they love it over there and stuff like that. But the Indian street food videos are hilarious. The other problem is Trader Joe's. I feel like even though they love Indian food, I think theirs is not always good.
You know what?
Because they do their own twist on it, you know?
Yes.
Just why?
Yes, they do a little bit of an Americanization to it. I feel like they dial it back a little bit.
Yeah.
And looking at the inside, I'm thinking this looks bland as.
Yeah.
So I'm
here's the
I'm
big
not
issue.
Excited.
These are minis.
Yes.
So like typically with the samosa, I want like it to be packed with potatoes and all that kind of stuff, right? Whereas this This, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know.
And guys, if you're new to our channel, basically, we review everyday grocery items. So before you spend your hard-earned money, let us tell you if it's worth it.
It does smell like Indian food, though. It smells good.
Yeah, it does.
If you'd like to support this channel, the easiest way to do that is using our Amazon links the next time you shop there.
Welcome back our rating system. Thumbs up again, thumbs down or not. So for me, this is a thumbs down. This thing, just like we said before the break, it's Trader Joe's version of a samosa, and I feel like number one problem is there's too much pastry in this. This is mostly pastry and not enough filling. The filling inside, it's, you know, you get enough to wet your beak, but not enough to really enjoy it. And it makes you just want more, but then when you have another piece, you're just having more pastry. I also think it's not as flavorful as a samosa like you get from a Indian place, or even like the frozen versions from other brands. Dr. Bombay or whatever
Chef Bombay.
Chef Bombay and Deep, yeah, exactly. All those other brands. The other thing about it I was very surprised about is how oily it is. It was extremely oily. And we put it in the air fryer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this thing is very oily. Didn't like that at all. Does have some spiciness to it. It does creep up on you, so if you don't like spicy food, I would stay away from this. I just think this is like it's like a very sad attempt. It's a shame. Thumbs down.
If you like what we're doing here, please consider sending us super thanks. It helps us continue to provide more amazing content.
What? Okay. So for me, this one is going to be a thumbs down. This might be, I think, my least favorite Trader Joe's Indian thing we tried.
Oh no, mine is that biryani.
Really?
Yeah.
But
they
you
had
know what?
raisins, I think, in it.
You know what? I liked that one though. I liked that one. I didn't like the raisins, but I was able to tolerate the rest of it. This is. It's not even a samosa, quite honestly. Yes, there's a little bit of Indian spices in there. Yes, there's some potatoes and peas.
It's almost as if they didn't know what they were doing with the spices.
Right? It's like you told someone the idea of a samosa and told them to make it without giving them any direction as to really how to make it good. So I think that also the wrapper is my biggest complaint about this, really, because I like the samosas, the wrappers that you get with Deep. They're kind of like a little bit
Soft.
of they're softer. They're a little bit bubbly on the outside. They're more of what I would consider to be a true pastry, whereas this is like a wonton wrapper kind of pastry.
Yes, 100%.
It's totally different. And this wrapper, it's tough. It's thin, but it's tough.
Because with a samosa, the what do you call it? The pastry is just like a thin layer, so it's not the star. It's just something keeping.
It's a vessel.
Yeah.
And you want it to be a little bit softer so that way it marries with the texture of the inside a little bit better. So
because the inside is packed with a lot of flavor, a lot of potatoes and peas and all that kind of stuff.
Because this, I bite into it and I feel like I'm expelling all of my effort to pulverize this wrapper as opposed to really getting to experience the flavor and the taste and the experience of the filling. And so that's really a disappointment. The flavor, it's it's a little spicy, it creeps up, that's nice, but they didn't nail what it really should have tasted like. And the filling is just, there's not enough. This should not have been a mini, and the wrapper should not have been done like this. The filling shouldn't have been done like that.
Let me ask you a question.
What?
Do you think chutney would have helped this?
I mean,
personally,
if you've already bought it, yes, chutney would help it.
I feel like I wouldn't even waste my chutney on this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if, because we have no problem just throwing shit out that we don't like.
Yeah.
But if you're somebody that really, you're I don't want to waste it, then yes, chutney could help it. I would just throw it out though.
To sum it up, thumbs down, thumbs down. And if you guys buy from Amazon, use our Amazon link. The reason is when you do that, we get 10 cents, 50 cents, possibly even $1, which means we can continue to review things.
All right, guys, that's the video. If you like what we're doing here, definitely check out our other channel, Food Prep Inc. And don't forget to give us a like and subscribe.